Taking in a special order in the Edge. To take in a special order, we're going to start in point of sale. You'll need to choose your associate, and you'll need to look up the customer that you're taking the special order in for. Once you have your customer on the screen, you're going to go to the special order button, which will allow you to take the special order in. When you take in a new special order, you will need to put in the vendor and style number. You can type in the vendor code if you know it, or you could choose from the dropdown. The style number can be typed in or chosen off the list. And once you choose or type in your style number, if you've had that piece before, it will bring up a screen asking if you want to copy details from the previous item. If you do, you click on it and you say OK. This will fill in all of the previous information. If you haven't had this piece before, you can fill in the information without copying from the previous item. Once you choose a category, it will give you the details. You can fill in the details, and then you could fill in the information for pricing. Since mine is already there, the next thing we're going to talk about is under pricing, there is a checkbox that says price is estimated. If you're not sure of the price or you think it might be this price, you can check that box and it will just say price is estimated at the price that you put in. If you do not know the price, you can say to be determined. If you check that box, it'll say price to be determined. If you check call before starting, it'll say call before starting. You can also say do not exceed. So if you know the piece is somewhere between $24.99 and $2,800, if you choose this, it will say price is estimated $24.99, do not exceed $2,800. The need more info checkbox, if this is checked, it will come up on a list of all special orders that need info before they're ordered. If this is unchecked, it will not. Also, if this box is checked and you are using purchase orders to place your orders, it will not show up to order under purchase order because someone needs to do something before you place it on the order. Notify. How does this customer want to be notified when the piece comes in? Phone, text, or email. Every time you take in a job, it will ask you how they want to be notified. Notes. If there's any notes that you want to put on to the special order, they will print on the envelope. They will also show on the special order record. ETA. When do you expect this job to be done? When do you expect the item to come in? You can enter a number of days, and when you tab, it will fill out the date. You can also just type a date or hit the drop down to choose from the calendar. You can check the box that says ETA is estimated. That will print on the customer's receipt and on the envelope. And then you come to description. If you've had the piece before, it'll use the information that was in the system already to bring the description in. If not, you can hit suggest and it will use what you've put here. There is no stone information allowed on intake of special order, so when you hit suggest, it would just be the basic information. If that's what you're going to use, you can add additional details to that. The picture would have come up from the previous item. You can also take a new picture by using acquire, and you can either take a picture of the piece in the catalog or of another piece that you have in the store. The other way that you can do this is if you hit special order intake and you were to scan a barcode, it would bring the information from that piece into the system. Once you've put your special order information in, you're going to say OK, save and close, and it will require your deposit. If you need to change the deposit, you can go to modify on that line, and the deposit is right under the pricing field. By default, the system will require whatever your minimum deposit is. If I try to go below that minimum, it will ask me to get an override. At this point, we'd have to pay our deposit. And once we finish, we hit done. And when you're finished with the special order, you will get a receipt, which is a copy for the customer and a copy for yourself. And you will get a second page with the special order claim check and your envelope that will go into the clear bag waiting for the piece to come in. And that is how you take in a special order in the Edge. Ordering a special order not using purchase orders. If you want to track your special orders, mark whether they've been ordered or not, and you are not using the purchase order system, you're going to go to Services, Find, Special Order. This screen will allow you to see what needs to be ordered and what needs more information before it's ordered. If you were to uncheck Need to Order, it would bring up a list of all the special orders that currently need more information before you place the order. So this is a screen where your sales associates are saying, I'm not sure if we can order this directly as it is. We may need more info. So if you wanted to go in and look at these, you could double click on any of these special orders, and usually in the notes field, it will say why it needs more info before the order is being placed. And in this case, it's missing the style number. At that point, if that's all the information that needed, I can call the customer, let them know that we got it all set, and I can give them an updated ETA. And once I've talked to the vendor, I can let them know what that price is going to be when it comes in. I can also add to the note saying updated. Before I save this, I would uncheck the to be determined, call before starting, and the need more info. Once that was done, I'd hit save and stay, and now that would be ready for order. Once I've gone through and I've marked all my need more infos, the next step would be going back into Services, Find, Special Order, and then saying, show me all the orders that need to be ordered. If I check that box and I click OK, I'll see all the orders that need to be ordered. If we pick our order, we can see the item that needs to be ordered. If I need the phone number for the vendor, I can click on the vendor button. I can give them a call, find out all the information I need to. If there's anything that needs to be updated, the style number, the actual price, the due date, anything like that, I can do that now. But in order to mark that this special order has been ordered, I have to go to the box that says placed and tell it how many I've ordered. So I've placed an order for 1. So I'm going to put a 1 in there. And now, once I hit save and stay, that special order will be marked as ordered. So now, from this point on, if I want to go in and check on my special orders and see every special order that's been ordered where I'm waiting on the vendor, I can do that. And I can see all the ones that were ordered and when they're due. So now I can be preemptive and call the customer and let them know whether or not that piece is going to be in on time. That is how you mark special orders ordered, not using purchase orders. Receiving special order items when you are not using purchase orders. When an item comes in for a special order and you are not using purchase orders, even if you do not know the item belongs to a special order, all you will do is go into inventory and add the item into inventory. So I received a pair of diamond earrings. So I'm going to choose that as my category. I'm going to enter the vendor that the item came from, the invoice number, and I'm going to put in the style number. Once you put that style number in, the copy from box will pop up. If there's an outstanding special order for this item, it will be highlighted in pink. So I have an outstanding special order for Chantel Wheeler. So if that's this item, I would check that line and click OK. Comes up with the cost, description from the special order, And it still wants to know, are you giving it to Chantal or are you putting it into the store? So I'm going to allocate the one that I have to my special order. Once this item is here and I've got all my details in, including all of my stone information, I would hit OK, save, and close. Now, anything from this record is what's going to be sold. So this is the description that's going to show up on the sales receipt. So I would want to hit suggest to get a better description. If I update the pricing, that's the price that's going to be chose. So if it came in at $2,600, and then once I'm done, I'd hit my save and close. Now, automatically, that piece has been attached to the special order. We also know that because the type shows as a special order. If I was to go look under Services, find Special Order, and we were to look up that special order, you will see that that item has arrived. So the status says all here. At this point, if there was a notification, whether it's email or text, that would have automatically went out when we added the item into stock. That is how you receive an item for a special order that has not been placed on a purchase order. Ordering special orders using purchase orders. If you're using purchase orders and you're placing your special orders through the purchase orders section, this is how you would handle that in the Edge. The first thing you always want to do is go to Services, find Special Orders. What you want to look for is any special order that needs more info. So if I check just the need more info box and click OK, these are all of the special orders that were taken in at point of sale that need more information. These special orders will not show up on our purchase order until we remove the need more info checkbox. The reason that box was left checked is because one of our associates decided that there was more information needed before we placed the order. To fix that, you would open up the special order. Our associate should have left us notes here explaining why we needed more information. And then once we got that information by calling the vendor or looking through the catalog, updating this record, we would uncheck the need more info box. Once you do that and save it, that is now ready to be placed on a purchase order. So once you've cleared your need more infos, the next step to ordering special orders using purchase orders is to go into Inventory, Purchase Order, Add. By default, when you come into purchase orders, the drop-down here will only show vendors that have outstanding orders or special orders. So we're going to choose this vendor here that has an outstanding special order. And I know that because it says one special order. When I do that, it will pop up all of the outstanding orders. So we have one item that's being ordered for Chantel Wheeler. And if we want to put that on the purchase order, we would check that box. Once we do that and click OK, it will bring that item to the purchase order. We can add other items to the purchase order by hitting Add. But if this is the only thing we're doing, we can fill in a ship via, and it can be one of the drop downs, or I can type anything I want there. I can also put a note if I would like that will show at the bottom of the purchase order. If this is all I need to do, I have an option of submitting and emailing or submitting and printing. If your submit an email button is not highlighted, if you go to the vendor record, you will notice that you don't have any email address on file. PO email is where we pull for email addresses. If you fill that in and click OK, you will be able to hit submit an email. You can also hit submit and print, but then you will either have to call the vendor and place the order or send a fax. Whether you're emailing or printing, once you hit that, you will get a purchase order that will either be printed or emailed to the vendor. The purchase order will have the store information and the vendor information, and it will have how many, the style code, and the special order number, the description that you have, the estimated cost, and the extended cost. Once you've printed or emailed, that purchase order will be marked as ordered. That purchase order being placed will also mark that special order as being ordered. So if we go and we look up that special order, it will now be waiting on vendor. So it shows that none are here, but you'll notice that the NTO column, which is need to order, does not have a yes in it. Now, that gives us the ability of looking at our special orders, say, show me all special orders that have been ordered that I haven't received yet. And I can track to see when they're due to the customer. And if it's close, I can call that vendor to see if it's going to be here. And if it's not, I can be preemptive and call the customer and let them know that that item will not be in time. And that is how you use purchase orders to order special order items in the Edge. Receiving special order items that were placed on purchase orders. When receiving items from a vendor and you're using purchase orders, there's no need to know that this particular item is a special order or not. When that box comes in, you would go into inventory, you would go to purchase orders, receive invoice. You would put in the vendor name that you received your purchase from, and you'd say okay. When we come into the receive screen, any outstanding orders will show up. Anything that is in the light yellow are things that I've ordered directly through PO. Anything in this gold color are things that were queued up from reports to be ordered. And anything in the pink color are special orders. The item that I just received is this item down here. If I check that box and click OK, it will bring it to my receive screen. The first thing I need is the invoice number. The next thing I need to do is tell it how many I've received. So I got one in the box. At that point, it's allocating it to my customer. I can update any of the information on this line, or I can actually click the View Item Details, and it will bring me to my normal inventory entry screen. So here, basically all the information was brought over from an item that I've had before. I'm going to go to the Stones tab and add my stones. Once I have my stone information in there, I can save and close. And now my description on this item is a very technical description from the special order. So at this point, if I hit suggest, it will build me my normal description. I'll hit save. Any of the information that's here is what's going to show up on the final receipt for the special order. So if the item actually came in at $2,600, I can put that here, and that is what is going to be charged when the item is sold to the customer. Once I hit OK, save, and close, I now have my information updated here. The item is not entered into inventory yet. Until you hit the button at the bottom to save, it will not save these items into inventory. So we're going to go ahead and hit save, and now that item's entered into inventory. You can still update any information by double-clicking on the item. And again, anything you change here is what will show on that receipt when the special order is sold. Receiving the item has also sent out any notifications. So if there was a text or email notification on this special order, it would have went out when this item was received. It has also gone in, and under special order, it will have marked that special order as here. If I double click on that special order, We can see what item was matched up to this by clicking the Save and Match, and you'll see that that's here. I do have another of this same vendor and style in stock, which is why it's showing on the screen. If these were not the correct items, I can uncheck here, click OK, and it will unreceive those items to the special order. That is how you receive a special order item using purchase orders. Attaching a special order item to a special order manually. In some cases, when you enter an item into the Edge, it may not attach to the special order correctly. Either the associate didn't choose the right record, which would have attached it to the special order, or the style numbers didn't match. That is not a big deal, and we can tell the Edge which items to use for a special order in that case. To do this, we would go to Services, Find, Special Order. We would look up the special order that we want to attach the item to. Once we bring up that special order, there's two ways to attach an item. If the item was entered correctly and the style numbers match, all you need to do is hit Save and Match. When you do that, it will show you all of the items in stock that match that style number. You could choose which one you want to attach, and you can click OK. That item will now be attached to this special order. If the style numbers did not match, and you've entered that item in and you know the item number, instead of hitting Save and Match, you hit Save and Skew, and you would type in your item number here. Once you type in the number, it will bring up the description to make sure you have the right item, and as long as you do, you hit OK. Whether you Save and Match or Save and Skew, it will show that that is now matched up. Your notify will go out, either by phone or text if that's chosen, and once you hit Save and Close, that special order is now ready for pickup. Making a special order payment in the Edge. To make a special order payment, you would start off by going to Point of Sale. You would choose your associate, and you'd choose the customer that is making a payment. Once the customer's information is up, if they have outstanding payments, the Make Payment button will be highlighted. If I click on that button, I will choose which item I want to make a payment on and click OK. It will show me what the current balance is and ask for how much of a payment. So if they wanted to make a $500 payment, we would choose $500. We'd choose how they're paying, and we'd hit Done. You would then get a receipt showing the special order payment. It'll show the special order number, the balance before, the payment that was made, and the balance after this payment. And that is how you make a special order payment. Picking up a special order in the Edge. If a customer is coming in to pick up a special order, you're going to start off in Point of Sale. If you have the special order in your hand, the envelope, you can scan that now, and it will bring up the customer and show you a list of the special orders or jobs that can be picked up. If you don't, you're going to bring up your associate, and then you're going to look up your customer. Once you've selected your customer, if there are pickups available, the pickup button will be highlighted. If I click on the pickup button, I would choose a special order that I want to pick up, and I'd say OK. Special order pickups will require the full remainder of the payment. So the price of this item is $24.99 plus tax. They've paid $800 on account, so they owe me $16.99 plus tax. So $1948.90. You can adjust the price. So if we're selling it for $2,400, I can put that in. It will require an override if I have a lowest price set. And then I will pay my payment. When we hit Done, we will get a receipt that shows the pickup of the special order. The pickup receipt will have any updated description directly from inventory, so it will not be the exact description that was on the special order intake. That is how you pick up a special order in the Edge. Canceling a special order in the Edge. If a special order has been placed, it can be canceled, whether or not the item has arrived in store. To cancel a special order, you're going to go to Point of Sale. You would bring up your associate, and you would bring up your customer. Once you have your customer on the screen, the Cancel Order button will be highlighted. If you click Cancel, it will show you that special order. If you check that box and click OK, the cancel will try to refund the amount minus any cancellation fees you have for special order. Cancellation fees are set up in System Options. On the screen, you can change, add, or remove a fee just by typing it in here. Based on your fee, it will ask you to give back money. At this point, if I was putting it on store credit, I would hit store credit, click OK, and then I'd hit done. Depending on your system options, you may require permission or an override to cancel a special order. If you do, you'll have to get someone who can override it and give a reason. Once that's done, they would click OK. You would then get a receipt that prints for a canceled special order. We'll have a copy for the customer and a copy for ourselves that shows the price the item was going to be, how much they paid, the fee we charged if we did, how much was due for a refund, and how we granted that refund. And that is how you cancel a special order in the Edge.